Is the presidential election going to impact the U.S. real estate market? Other than whether or if somebody's unborn baby is going to be a boy or a girl, I can't think of a single other thing that people like to speculate about as much as real estate. If I only had a crystal ball real estate focused, I would be a wealthy woman. Hi, Emily Farber here, your favorite Iowa YouTubing realtor. So, do elections impact the real estate market? Yes, they usually do. And since the 2024 presidential election is just a few months away, you're probably wondering about it all if you're considering buying or selling real estate this fall. Historically speaking, presidential elections have a small-ish temporary impact on the housing market in terms of home sales prices and mortgage rates. At least that's the interpretation when you're looking at trends from the 30,000-foot downward view. But when you're the one buying or selling, these relatively little blips on the radar can make a lasting impact on your life. Let me explain. According to data compiled by Zonda, home sales in Novembers of election years are slower than normal, likely because people feel uncertain and hesitant about making big financial decisions during times of uncertainty. Despite the downturn in sales in election year Novembers, according to data from the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, and the National Association of Realtors, NAR, shows that 9 of the last 11 elections, home sales increased the following year. Look at this graph going back to 1978 from Keeping Current Matters. The blue bars are election years and the green bars are years where home sales increased, while the orange bars are years where home sales decreased in the year following a presidential election. Every buyer out there wants home prices to drop, right? So, do home prices drop during election years? Nope, not usually. Election years don't alter pre-existing price trends. Generally, home prices rise year over year. The most recent data from NAR shows that after 7 of the last 8 presidential elections, home prices increased the following year. Like the last graph, the blue bars are election years and the green bars are the years following that saw price appreciation. That lone orange bar is from 2009, when the housing market crashed during the Great Recession. If you're worried about your home's value decreasing because of an election, it seems safe to say it's going to take something a lot more seismic than just a presidential election to cause home values to drop. Okay, what about mortgage rates? This one is a big deal because about 80% of all buyers finance their home purchase, and the rate you lock into for your mortgage will impact you monthly until you sell the house, pay off the loan, or you refinance. Looking at this data from Freddie Mac shows mortgage rates decreased from July to November in 8 of the last 11 presidential elections. Will that happen this year too? Well, that's a $1 million question. When the Fed met in June, they did not decrease the lending rate, despite the European Central Bank and the Bank of Canada leading the way earlier in June by cutting rates 25 basis points. The Fed meets again at the end of July, and they've said that rates could begin to decline in the future, but that hinges upon inflation, which is stubbornly high. Many housing experts are predicting that mortgage rates will ease a little bit at some point this year. While this sounds like great news for buyers looking for lower rates and those lower monthly payments that go along with them, keep in mind that a drop in rates might totally kickstart buyer interest in the market, and all of those prospective buyers that have seemingly gone into hibernation will come out in full force. So yes, presidential elections do impact the housing market, albeit for a relatively short period of time. Will the showdown between Biden and Trump cause more uncertainty and turmoil than in past elections? Well, that sounds like a topic for another video. How do you think this year's presidential election will impact the housing market? Is it going to push you to put your plans on hold, or are you full steam ahead? If you're interested in all things real estate, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate in the greater Iowa City area, we should talk. You can find all my contact information down below in the description box of this video. Hey, it's been fun, and I'll catch you later.